If you marry this woman, it won't be long before you're homeless, that's for sure, because she's eating the walls of her own house every single day. Her name is Patrice, she's 30 years old, and lives in London. She's severely eating the walls of her own house. Every day, whenever she thinks about it or feels hungry, she always takes a small knife to scrape the walls, crevices, and various places to eat, and she tries to cover it up so her husband doesn't find out. But it's certain, she eats it every day until there's no place left to hide it, and her husband eventually finds out. When her husband found out about this, he was genuinely very surprised and worried about his wife's health. Because of this, he took his wife to the hospital for a health checkup. But after the checkup, he found out that his wife had no health problems whatsoever. Because she had been addicted to eating the walls of her own house for 15 years, it was very difficult for her to stop. As a husband, out of pity for his wife, he agreed to let her continue. She told reporters that since moving into the new house, eating the house wasn't very tasty because she felt sorry for the new house and was afraid her husband would find out. And its taste couldn't compare to the old house she lived in with her mother since she was a child. And this was also the reason she often secretly drove to her mother's old house, a 2-hour journey, to scrape the old house walls to eat deliciously, and she would sneakily bag some up to eat for many days. But because she had been very busy lately, she hadn't been able to travel to her mother's old house. And feeling very hungry, she decided to eat the new house, which led to this incident. But thanks to her husband who understood his wife and didn't forbid her. After watching this clip, all of you should keep an eye on your own wives. If you don't want to be sleeping soundly and have your house collapse, especially for those guys whose wives are little monkeys, because only little monkeys can do this kind of thing.